Shalom, Yom Reveal, midweek, fourth day Bible study. Welcome everybody. How y'all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Praise Yahweh, praise Yah. Here we are together again for another study. Tonight we'll be continuing our study in BERESHITH, which is Genesis. We'll be doing chapter 4, 5, and 6. So go grab your Bibles and get something to drink and get comfy and we'll get started, okay? Alright, praise Yahweh. Praise Yah. We get to study His Word tonight together. Alright, gang. If y'all are ready, then we'll get started. BERESHITH, chapter 4. And Adam knew Havah, his wife, and she conceived, and bore Cain, and said, I have gained a man, Yahuwah. And again she gave birth to his brother, Abel. And Abel became a keeper of the sheep, but Cain became a tiller of the ground. And it came to be in the course of time that Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground to Yahuwah. And Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock, and of their fat. And Yahweh looked to Abel and his offering, but he did not look to Cain and his offering. And Cain was very wroth, and his face fell. And Yahweh said to Cain, Why is he wroth toward you? And why is your face fallen? Is it not, if you do good, you are to be accepted? And if you do not do good, toward the door is a sin. He is lying, and toward you is his desire, and you must rule over him. And Cain told Abel his brother. And it came to be when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and killed him. And Yahweh said to Cain, Where is Abel your brother? And he said, I do not know. Am I my brother's guard? And he said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. If you till the ground, it shall no longer yield its strength to you. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. And Cain said to Yahweh, My punishment is too great to bear. See, you have driven me from the face of the ground today, and I am hidden from your face. And I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. And it shall be that anyone who finds me kills me. And Yahweh said to him, Well, if anyone kills Cain, vengeance is taken on him sevenfold. And Yahweh set up a sign for Cain, lest anyone finding him strikes him. So Cain went out from the presence of Yahweh, and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Hanok. And he built a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Hanok. And Hanok was born, and to Hanok was born Arad. And Arad brought forth Mehayael, and Mehayael brought forth Methusael, and Methusael brought forth Lamech. And Lamech took for himself 2 wives. The name of one was Adah, and the name of the second was Tizah. And Adah bore Yabal. He was the father of those who dwell in tents with livestock. And his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all those who play the lyre and flute. And for Tizlah she also bore Tubal-Cain, a smith of all kinds of tools in bronze and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said to his wives Adah and Tizlah, Hear my voice, wives of Lamech, listen to my word. For I have killed a man for wounding me, even a young man for hunting me. For Cain is avenged sevenfold, and Lamech 77-fold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son, and called his name Sheth. For Elohim has appointed me another seed instead of Abel, because Cain had killed him. And to Seth, to him also a son was born, and he called his name Enosh. Then it was begun to call on the name of Yahuwah. Chapter 5. This is the book of the genealogy of Adam. In the day that Elohim created man, he made him in the likeness of Elohim. Male and female he created them, and he blessed them and called their name Adam, in the day they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and brought forth a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Sheth. And after he brought forth Sheth, the days of Adam were 800 years, and he brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Sheth lived 105 years, and brought forth Enosh. And after he brought forth Enosh, Sheth lived 807 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Sheth were 912 years, and he died. And Enosh lived 90 years, and brought forth Canaan. And after he brought forth Canaan, Enosh lived 815 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Enosh were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years, and brought forth Mahalalel. And after he brought forth Mahalalel, Canaan lived 840 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalalel lived 65 years, and brought forth Yered. And after he brought forth Yered, Mahalalel lived 830 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Yered lived 162 years, and brought forth Enoch. And after he brought forth Enoch, Yered lived 800 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Yered were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch, lived 65 years, and brought forth Methuselah. And after he brought forth Methuselah, Enoch walked with Elohim 300 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Enoch were 365 years, and Enoch walked with Elohim. Then he was no more, for Elohim took him. And Methuselah lived 187 years, and brought forth Lamech. And after he brought forth Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years, and brought forth a son, and called his name Noah, saying, This one does comfort us concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which Yahuwah has cursed. And after he brought forth Noah, Lamech lived 595 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Lamech were 777 years, 777. And he died. And Noah was 500 years old. And Noah brought forth Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Chapter 6. And it came to be when men began to increase on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of Elohim saw the daughters of men, that they were good, and they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. And Yahweh said, My spirit shall not strive with man forever in his going astray. He is flesh, and his days shall be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of Elohim came in to the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, the men of name. And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every inclination of his thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And Yahweh was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. And Yahweh said, I am going to wipe off man whom I have created from the face of the ground, both man and beast, creeping creature and birds of the heavens, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the eyes of Yahweh. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with Elohim. And Noah brought forth 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And the earth was corrupt before Elohim, and the earth was filled with violence. And Elohim looked upon the earth and saw that it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. And Elohim said to Noah, The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and see, I am going to destroy them from the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark, and cover it inside and outside with a covering. And this is how you are to make it. The length of the ark is 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, its height 30 cubits. Make a window for the ark, and complete it to a cubit from above, and set the door of the ark in its side. Make it with lower, second, and third decks. And see, I myself am bringing floodwaters on the earth to destroy all flesh in which is beneath the breath of life. From under the heavens, all that is on the earth is to die. And I shall establish my covenant with you, and you shall come into the ark, you and your sons, and your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of all the living of all flesh, 2 of each you are to bring into the ark, to keep them alive with you, a male and a female. Of the birds after their kind, and of the cattle after their kind, and of all creeping creatures of the ground after their kind, 2 of each are to come to you, to keep them alive. As for you, take of all food that is eaten and gather it to yourself, and it should be food for you and for them. And Noah did according to all that Elohim commanded him. So he did. That's the end of chapter 6. Okay, gang, we got a basic genealogy going on there for both sides, for Sheth and for Cain. Gives you an idea who the family is on both sides and who the children are of each generation. Notice how long they lived. They lived a long time, huh? So if they would have eaten of the tree of life, they would have lived forever. Yeah. Then after the flood, it was only 120 years. Progressively downward. Okay, gang, that's all I've got for tonight. I hope y'all are figuring it out. And if you do need help with any of this, please feel free to go back to the original playlists of BERESHITH, and that way you can go through and listen to the commentary and figure out through the references where all of the genealogies are and everything else. Okay, this is just a straight read through for those of you who are already familiar with BERESHITH. It's like a BERESHITH 2.0. Okay? Alright, gang. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Praise Yahweh every day. Give Him thanks for everything in your life. Study His Word with your children so that they understand and they know too. Okay? Next generation. It only takes one generation for everything to fall to pieces. So we got to build up this next generation so that they know, they understand. Alright, gang. Y'all have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you on Shabbat. Okay? Alright. Shalom to everyone, and bless all of you who are seeking the wisdom and knowledge of Yahuwah, our Elohim. Shalom.